Morning all, Monday 17th November. Just finished doing the grow on and the main pond clean. So giving the old flowers at the back a bit of a trim up just to make it look a bit better. So I've got to top this one up in a minute after the grow on's finished. But a couple of other little projects I'm working on. Originally, some of you may have seen that my koi ponds used to be these concrete rings at about 200 odd litres each, and for the last year or a bit more they've been sat there, and I've moved one yesterday, as you can see. Just cleared the ground a bit, just tidy it up, probably put some turf down or whatever later on. But I've just, well, I'll try to get rid of them, but the wife wanted to keep them, and as they've been sat there for a year doing nothing, I said, well, shall we put them round the other side of the garden? So that's what we've done. So yesterday I moved this one round. I've just started doing a bit of decoration around it. I put my pickup truck on there, one of the kois that I painted. Now there is, if you can see that down there, that is a solar pump that's currently sat on the wall there. And I'll just show you, but what I did yesterday is I thought, oh, it fits really nice in the back of the pickup bed like that, but the problem is the sun don't get it enough, and I don't want to trim any of the trees up or anything like that. So just going to put that back up on the wall. So I'm not going to end up using that pump because every time you open the gate it's going to hit the cable and knock it off the wall, so I don't want to do that. So I have bought a it's a solar air pump, but with a built-in battery with USB charging ability. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it said something silly like if it's fully charged it would do over 1,000 hours. Don't know if that's true, don't know if I've got that wrong, but I will show it to you when it turns up. But I think I'm just gonna decorate this one a little bit more, and I think I'm going to put a few fish in it. Not too many, very small, maybe guppies or mollies, something along those lines. And then I've got this one here, as you can see I've put a lily in it, and the sun hits that nice and the lily comes out. And I think with that air pump it would run more than one air stone, so I may end up putting like a betta fish in here. Not 100% sure, but why not? Little delivery just turned up out for the mini pond outside, some aqua plants. I'm just going to go and float these in a bucket now and come back to you once I get them in the pond. Got another rainstorm has set in, so I can't do too much, but what I've done is with my aqua plants I've just come out and I've got them soaking in a couple of the buckets at the minute just to keep them alive, I guess. I'm not really 100% sure what they are. I believe these ones are floating cabbage, and these might, the listing says something about being a Japanese plant. Not 100% sure. Oh look, there's a worm or something on that. I don't know if the camera picks that up. Where are you? There. See that? So these are going into the pond over here. Yeah, the rain, it's just filling everything up at the moment. But yeah, once the weather's sorted itself out, I've got to take those rocks out. I just found them around the garden, and I bought some, I think it's aquascaping, like soil balls or something like that. But they haven't turned up yet, so I'll get this pump charged and we'll see if it's any good or not. And if it's any good, I might end up buying a couple more for backups for my main ponds. Right, I had delivery just now of the soil balls. Again, it's all in Chinese, so I've put the plants in as well, just some of them. I've got a load more turning up today. Just like seaweed stuff, I think it's coming today. I'll just rearrange some of the rocks. The 2.5 kilos worth of the soil balls isn't really enough, so I might order another bag just to take up the rest, because there's a bit of space around the back. But it's starting to sort of look a bit more of a natural pond, so just want to get the stuff in there and let it settle down before we start thinking about going and getting any little fish for it, really. So when the other plants turn up later on, I'll show you what I got then as well. Right, some more plants arrived. They actually did come yesterday, but they came at after 9 o'clock in the evening, so it was too late to get the camera out and show you. But I've got like half a kilo, and it's some sort of like freshwater seaweed, I guess. So I'm going to dump that in there. And these little bits here, I think they said it was like duckweed, but I don't really see the point in this stuff. I didn't really know it was going to be like that, so don't know if it's going to do any good or not, but I'll get this stuff put in. Right, so these are the air pumps that I spoke about before that I'm going to try out in the little ponds. So these are solar charging and also USB charging. They take about 4.5 hours to charge up from empty, and I'm just about to start running some tests on how long they will work without sun, and I'll report back. But what I have done, I've bought 3 because they're actually going to be very handy in emergencies. In case of a power cut or anything like that, having air, oxygen going into your ponds and that is vital. And I learnt the hard way of not having oxygen. So if you can, I would advise to other people to have some form of backup. And this is a perfect and inexpensive way of doing that. These, if you buy them singly, I think they're about 250 baht each, which is what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, less than £5 so yeah, not expensive, and it could save your fish. So I'll report back when I've done some tests. Working on the pump at the moment, actually, because it's been raining so much. What I've done, I've stuck it in this bucket, and I'm carrying out some tests. And on a full battery charge, on the main setting, it lasts 20 hours, and that's with no sunlight. It was just the battery. And now it's I've fully charged it again. I turned it on last night at 8 o'clock, and it turns off like after 20 seconds, and then has a 10-second break, and then switches back on, as you can see, like that. And yeah, it's now like 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's been running since 8 o'clock last night, and the battery is still showing full charge. So I am really happy with this pump, and I've ordered 2 more for emergency backups in case of power cuts. So I'll let you know how many hours this lasts on this setup, and we'll go from there. Good afternoon everyone, it is Friday the 28th of November. I guess it's been about 10 days I guess since I first set this one up, so I've just been out and bought some guppies. I bought 20 of them, they're just acclimating at the minute. There's 10 of each, 10 males, 10 females. And what I'll do, I'll get them out into a blue bowl, and I'll show you, and I might set up a drip feed just to get them used to their new water. The air pump's currently going. As you can see down there, there's 2 air stones, there's one there, and I've put one in the back. So I'll come back to you in a bit once I've got the blue bowl set up, and I'll show you a better view of them. Right, so I've just set up the blue bowl, and what I've done as well to help, I've set up a drip line from the new pond into the blue bowl, so they get used to the water gradually instead of just dumping them in. Now I've gone for 20 guppies, and this might have been a mistake, but I've gone for 10 males and 10 females. Probably would have been better to go for 15 males and 5 females, or maybe even 3 females. The male ones will have the larger tails compared to the females. Now these were 10 baht each, so about 20 pence, 15, 20 pence, something like that in UK money. So nice and cheap. These aren't fancy guppies or anything like that, because I don't see the point in putting expensive ones into this outdoor pond, that's for sure, because you never know what might have them. But there's some nice ones in there. Some red tails, blue tails, all sorts. But what I'll do is I'll let this bowl fill up, which will probably be 25 minutes, and then I will put them into the pond, and I'll come back and show you as I do that. Right, so it's been about 40 minutes now since the water started going into the blue bowl, which is plenty now. I've just tested the water with this NT Labs test kit just to make sure everything was alright, and we are good. So I'm going to get the fish in now. And I had a count up as well, there's 24 in there. I did remember, she did say something to me in the shop, and I thought she said she'd give me 4. She took 4 off of the bill, but she actually gave me 24, so that was nice. So get these going into their new home. Remember all the rocks. There you go, fishies. Into your new little paradise, hopefully. That's it. Go and explore. Thank you very much. Hopefully that come out on the camera alright, but it'll take some time to settle in and explore, see what's going on. A little bit difficult to pick them out. I have filled, there's a lot of the old seaweed style grassy stuff in there, so probably a bit difficult to make them out, but they are all lurking down at the bottom now. Probably all like schooling. So we'll see how this goes over time. Don't know if people see my short I put out, but I in this little pond here I've got one beta fish. He's normally come out in the evening, he's at the top and that, and early first thing in the morning, and other times he's just hiding. So I think he's down around the bottom side of the flower pot, so a bit difficult to pick him out. But if you haven't seen it, go back and have a look through my short. I've got a load more betas now as well. I'll probably do another video on them because my current beta racks are probably going to be changed a little bit, and they have already been changed since I put my short out. So yeah, I'll leave it at that one, but thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.